Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start a very interesting topic, and the topic name is symmetry and patterns. Okay, so first question is, what is symmetry? Okay, so what is symmetry? It is not a very new word for you. Already you have come across this word in your lower classes, but let me tell you what is the exact definition of symmetry. So symmetry is nothing but when an object is cut or folded in such a way that it is forming a line. Okay, object is folded along a line or axis. How we are folding it? Both the halves are completely balanced, such that both the halves are completely balanced. What does this mean? When we fold the object along that line, completely the one part overlaps on the other. Like for example, I take a triangle like this. This is a isosceles triangle. What kind of triangle it is? It's an isosceles triangle. Now you can see there is a folding line you can see in the middle. Once you fold it in this way, what you can see, completely one side overlaps on the other side. Yes or no? So this particular line is called as the line of symmetry, or we can also call it as axis of symmetry. Okay, so now this is the way how we are representing. This is an isosceles triangle which is there in the figure, because you can see the two sides are equal. So a vertical line which is drawn between these two sides, okay, it is bisecting the triangle into two equal halves. Okay, this vertical line you can see. So this vertical line forms the line of symmetry for this particular isosceles triangle. Okay, if suppose we change the direction of the isosceles triangle in this way, okay, it is kept horizontally in this way. Now this particular line, okay, this particular line is looks like a horizontal line, and it is again dividing this triangle exactly into two equal halves. So this particular line is called as the line of symmetry. So a line of symmetry can be a horizontal or a vertical line depending on how the figure is placed. Okay, now the definition for line of symmetry is given here. When one object is folded along a line such that its one side exactly overlaps on the other, then both the horizontal or the vertical line along which the object was folded is called as the line of symmetry. I hope you have understood the definition of what is symmetry and what is line of symmetry, and with the example. Now, one situation comes where if the doubt is coming in mind that whether every object will have only single line of symmetry like we had in this particular figure. In this particular figure, if we draw a line in this way, is it possible? Is this line dividing this triangle into two equal halves? No, it's not dividing. That means this particular line cannot be called as a line of symmetry. It cannot be called as a line of symmetry. So children, the line of symmetry is that line which divides the figure into two equal halves. That is why I have mentioned here, completely balanced. Both halves are completely balanced. Now, in this figure we have only one line of symmetry. So do we have any other figure Does it come into your mind that we have any other figure which will have more than one line of symmetry? So this is one figure which you very well know. It looks like a what? It looks like a rectangle or not? It looks like a rectangle. Now this rectangle, you fold it on the vertically like this, along a line. Yes, one side is completely overlapping on the other side, as you can see this. Yes or no? One side completely overlapping on the other side. Yes. Now I will just open it. I will just fold it horizontally now. You see this particular rectangle, I will fold it horizontally. Yes, now also the same thing we got. This particular side is completely overlapping with the back. You see this side, it is completely overlapping. Yes or no? It is completely overlapping. So if I open also, you can see there are two lines. One is the vertical line and one is the horizontal line, which is very clear. Okay, so this means this particular figure has got two lines of symmetry, wherein we were having this isosceles triangle which was having only one line of symmetry, but when we came to this particular shape, that is rectangle, it is having two lines of symmetry. Now children, I want to tell you that number of lines of symmetry is different for different figures. Okay, because just now we have saw the example of a triangle, isosceles triangle, and a rectangle. Okay, so different figures have different line of symmetry. So wherein we saw in a triangle, we saw there is only one line of symmetry, that is either vertical or horizontal. In a rectangle, we saw there are two lines of symmetry, that is both horizontal as well as vertical you will find here. Now we come to a square. In a square, what happens? The sides are equal and also its diagonals are also equal. Okay, so it can be folded in three different ways. Let me take you an example of a square. See, this is a square, for example. So I have folded it. You can see it is folded diagonally. Okay, this is one way I folded diagonally, and this is another way. You can see after folding it diagonally, you can see it is forming one triangle like this, and also its sides are overlapping very completely. Okay, it can be also folded along the sides like we were doing in case of a rectangle. This is one way, and another way horizontally, vertically, diagonally. So all the three lines of symmetry you will find in case of square. So total comes to 4 lines of symmetry, 2 diagonals and horizontal and vertical line. In total it becomes 4 lines of symmetry in case of a square. Okay, so these are the important things that you have to remember. And another two figures which I have drawn here. One is your hexagon. You can see it is a 6-sided polygon. It is hexagon. Now in a hexagon, you can see you can draw diagonals that is through the opposite vertices, and they can be folded very easily. And it can also have a vertical as well as a horizontal line. So along the vertices, opposite vertices, you are having around 1, 2, 3 lines. Okay, and in the mid of vertices, mid of the vertex, one line is going like this vertically. Okay, and diagonally also. So that total forms 6 lines of symmetry in case of a hexagon. Now we come to a circle. This is very easy to understand. See, there are no sides in case of a circle. So this is the reason you can fold it in whatever way you means you have, like you can but the line should pass through the center. Now we already know that in a circle there can be infinite number of diameters possible, because diameter is just a line that is dividing the circle into two halves, and this line, it joins the two ends of the circumference and it has to pass through the center of the circle. So there can be n number of diameters. Now for n number of diameters, there are n lines of symmetry in case of a circle. Okay, because you have infinite diameters, so each diameter forms the line of symmetry in case of a circle. So children, we have understood now for different shapes or figures how what kind of line of symmetry, number of line of symmetry you find. Okay. Okay. So now what we are going to do is reflection symmetry. We have to understand about reflection symmetry. This is a very important thing in symmetry, where we are keeping a mirror on the line of symmetry and we are finding the reflection of that, whether we are getting the complete object after keeping the mirror on the line of symmetry. Are we going to get the complete object or not? So this means, for example, suppose I have an object, say for example like this. Okay, so suppose this is the line, means I have not drawn the other side here. Actually, just think that I have not drawn the other side, but when I keep this line is the mirror. Actually, I am drawing the shading also. This line is the mirror. Okay, it is the mirror line. So what you get, exactly the same thing, identical thing, you get the other side. Okay, but one problem is there. If you see it, notice it carefully, there is some problem. What is the problem? If this is tilted towards left, here this round is bulging is towards the right side. Here bulging is towards the left. Here the pointing is towards the left. Here the pointing is towards the right. So what is this? So this is a important characteristic of an image which is formed in a mirror. What is the characteristic called? The characteristic is called as lateral inversion. What we call it? We call it as lateral inversion. Now what does this particular word lateral inversion means? The word lateral inversion means the left becomes right. Okay, image in this side is the object. Okay, this side is the object. I have written here object, and this side is the image. So you see that left side of object becomes right side of image. Okay, and vice versa. Left side of object becomes right side of image. This is the most important characteristic of a reflection symmetry. Okay, so what it is actually doing, sometimes you will also get identical shape. In this case, you see, because you have just kept the mirror on the line of symmetry, so other half of the image is formed on the mirror itself. Understood? So if you keep the mirror on the in this line, like horizontally, for this particular figure, will you get the same shape? No, because horizontally this shape is not identical. The upper half is not same as the lower half. Yes or no? Now if we come to the definition, what is a reflection symmetry? Then it is a shape or pattern is when reflected in a mirror line. Okay, then the symmetry that you will find, the symmetry between the object and the image that you will find is called as the reflection symmetry. And this happens when along the line of symmetry, if you keep the mirror, or else if you keep the mirror for an object, and if you try to see the image of that mirror, of that object in the mirror, so what is the changes you will find? Is that image completely same or it is completely different? That can also be judged through reflection symmetry. Okay, now look at these two figures here. Okay, in middle, this line is the mirror line. Okay, we have placed a mirror over here. Now when you are keeping an object on the left hand side, and you are trying to find out its reflection on the mirror on the other side, so here you can see that both the mirror and both the object and the image, both are identical, they are same. But look at this, here also the same object, but it is kept in a different position. Okay, and here is the mirror line in the middle, but here you see this object is pointing towards the right hand side and this object is pointing towards the left hand side. So they both are looking different now. Now the question is why it is so. The question is why it is so. We have taken the same image, just I have changed, I have tilted this triangle to a different direction here. Okay, then the image getting different. So how it is possible? So the main thing that we have to remember here is the line of symmetry. Is it vertical or it is horizontal? And also we have to see where the mirror is placed. Is it placed horizontally or it is placed vertically? So both the things are actually changing the image. Okay, these both things are responsible. First is your line of symmetry, second is line of symmetry of the object, and second thing is the position of the mirror between the object and the image. Okay, position of the mirror, actually not actually on the mirror only you will find the image, no. So just you have to see the position of the mirror for the particular object. Okay, so in this particular figure you can see the line of symmetry is horizontal. Here it is horizontal, and the mirror that is kept, that is also horizontal. Both the things are matching. So this is the reason we are going to get the same image as the object. But here in this case you see, here the mirror is kept in the horizontal way. But what about your triangle? The triangle is kept in a horizontal way because you are having a horizontal line as the line of symmetry in this case. So what happens in this case, the lateral inversion can be easily noticeable. The left becomes right and right becomes left. Interchanging of the sides. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. So students, here you see in this figure, the same image I have took, that is the triangle which is kept in the vertical position, in the horizontal position, and the mirror in between. So the image that you get is exactly same. Okay. So based on this theory, okay, based on this principle, we have to understand about two types of images which is formed in reflective symmetry. Okay, so one is your mirror image and the second is your water image. Now what is mirror image? In mirror image, in this kind of reflection, the left and right side is changed, but the top and bottom remains the same. The left and right side changes, but top and bottom remains the same. So in the first case, the figure that we drawn, okay, where the two identical triangles vertically we saw, so that was an example of a mirror image. So why? Because you can say that the left hand side, because the triangle is having a vertical line of symmetry and the mirror is kept vertical, that is why you have got identical images. But in the second figure, you saw that both the triangles were facing towards each other. Means the image was not same as the object. So that is a good example of mirror image, because there you have seen the left and right side is changed, but top and bottom part remains the same. Now we come to the water image. So in water image, what happens in this kind of reflection? So here the mirror is kept in a horizontal position, as you can see. This is the best example of a water image. This is the best example of a water image. So here you can see the mirror is kept in the horizontal position. Then what happens? The top and bottom part remains the same. Top and bottom part remains are changed. But the left and right things remains the same. So this is also pointing towards the right. This figure is also pointing towards the right. See, this shape is actually looking same in all respect. Why it is looking same in all respect? Because the line of symmetry is also horizontal, which is matching with the position of the mirror. Okay, so we are getting a water image here, but in the previous case we got a mirror image. Now let us understand this concept better by English alphabets, by using English alphabets. Okay, suppose I am using the first letter, that is A. This is letter A. Suppose I keep a mirror in this way, in the vertical way, on the vertical way, if I keep it in this way, then the image that I get here is same. Okay, so this is what you will call as mirror image. Why you will call it as mirror image? Because the mirror is kept in a vertical way, in this way. But how is water? Water is always in a horizontal way. Now in horizontal form you will have. So image that you get in water, if you will see, the still water also act as a mirror only. Okay, so that kind of image that you get there, that will be your water image. For example, the same letter A I am taking here, and here now the mirror position is kept like this. It is horizontally, it is kept. Okay, now what you will get? You will get the water image of letter A. You can see the top and bottom is changed. Here the top has changed to bottom, and bottom means interchanging the top and bottom positions. Okay, so this kind of a shape is called as water image. Okay, so in this way we can try this with other alphabets, other English alphabets also, or with a particular word also. You can try this, how you are going to get the mirror image and how you are going to get water image. Now I've tried with some alphabets here. As you can see, this is letter B. Letter B, if you know that both the bulgings are equal, okay, then you can easily you can construct a line of symmetry in the middle. That will be a horizontal line of symmetry like this. Understood? So if you place the mirror in this way, the left and right will not match. But if you place the mirror in this way, the top and bottom, you can see there is no difference. It is coming completely identical image. So it is a water image. You will say this is a mirror image here. Now what about this? This is letter Z. Z is such a shape which does not have any line of symmetry. It has no lines of symmetry at all. Okay. So Z is having, you will write here, no line of symmetry. So such kind of shape which does not have no line of symmetry, they will never look identical in any case. They will never look identical in case of water image also, and in case of mirror image also. They are not at all identical. Okay, they are not identical. So here you will see, here you are getting same. Here you are getting same image, na? Same. Here you are getting different. But in this case you see both are different. This is different. This is also different. Means water image, mirror image, both are different to each other. So these are the rules that you can, you have to identify. Okay, whenever the questions comes related to reflection symmetry, you have to follow these important points. Now let us do some questions from warm-up exercise. So already question number 1, bit A, B, C. Bit A is a square, bit B is a rectangle, and bit C is also a arrow kind of thing which you can easily do it. Now I am doing here bit D and E. Okay, just look at this diagram carefully. So bit D, it is telling you that this figure, is it having any line of symmetry? If so, then what you have to do, you have to draw it. Okay, what are the possible line of symmetry in this figure? So as you can see in this figure, if you make it a half along this, okay, if you draw the line of symmetry in this way, then what is happening, if you try folding the figure in this way, you see that this thing should match with this. So I think in this figure this will match. And another thing is, suppose you are folding it in this way, then this thing will also overlap with this. So this shows that this particular figure has got two lines of symmetry. Okay, so possible lines of symmetry means you will write here two lines of symmetry. Now coming on to a semicircle here. Okay, I have a circle here. This is a circle. I will make it half. This is how I make it a half. Now it is looking the same like my figure. Okay, It's a half. Now can I fold it further so that I will get a line of symmetry in this? So from the center point I am folding it again. You see the sides are completely matching with each other. You can see here the sides are completely forming, and it's forming a quarter like this. And you see this? So this means it has got one line of symmetry. But if you try, if I'm folding in some other way, so here you see the sides are not falling some other way, I am trying, it's not. So only one line of symmetry, that is from the middle. If this is the center point here, then the line of symmetry will pass from here. So I hope this is clear, how to make lines of symmetry. Now look at question number 2. It is asking to make the water image. So water image means, so you can see the mirror line here. This is a mirror line in between. Now if this is a right angle triangle, you can see, then here you see top and bottom will be different, but left and right will not change. So top and bottom, so this is pointing this side, this is pointing below, bottom. Okay. Now coming on to the next figure. Here you see it is pointing towards left, this will also point to the left, but the top and bottom different is there. So here you see it is broader in the base and shorter in the top roof, but here it is broader in the roof and shorter in the base. So this figure is somewhat looking like a trapezium. Okay, and you see this is a hexagon. In this figure also you can see it's a six-sided figure, but the speciality of this figure is that it has got horizontal line of symmetry, vertical line of symmetry, both in it. Okay, and diagonal wise also. So there should not be any change in the shape. So you can see in the water image you are not going to get any change in the shape in case of a hexagon. Now these two figures are showing the mirror image. The question was to draw mirror image. So here 3 bit A and bit C, you can see the mirror image of this figure matching with this figure. Okay, mirror image of this figure again matching with this figure. Actually in mirror image only left and right will be different, but top and bottom will remain the same. Here also in letter T you can see it will have a vertical line of symmetry, which is again matching with the mirror line. So this is the reason we are going to get the identical shape. But in case of M, this shape, okay, this shape will have a horizontal line of symmetry which is not matching with the mirror line. So because of which the shape will be different. This is pointing towards left and this is pointing towards right. Now look at question number 4 here. It is asking that in this particular, there are 4 diagrams you can see here. Which of the following does not have a line of symmetry? The question is which one of them does not have a line of symmetry. So you can see these two can be foldable, can be folded along this line. So this line can become a line of symmetry for this figure. Now look at second figure. Here also this line can become a line of symmetry for this figure because both of them can be folded easily, means overlapping. Okay, next you come to the third one. In third one you see this part is shaded and this part is shaded, but it is like, you know, this shading part is not matching, it is not overlapping with this shading part. So that is why figure C cannot be called as a is not having a line of symmetry. So we can say no line of symmetry here. Now look at this figure. In this figure also, see, neither of the shaded part will overlap with each other. If we look for this, the reflection of this should be here, but it is here, so not matching. Even if you look at horizontally also, you see this particular should come here, so this also not matching. So we will say this is no line of symmetry. These two have both of them have one line of symmetry. Okay. Now children, question number 5 and 6 you all can do yourself, because that figures already some I have shown it in this video while I was explaining. Okay, you can take help from that and you can make your own videos. It is telling that for the first figure it is asking that you have to draw a pattern, and in the square grid that has lines of symmetry. And next is no line of symmetry. You can draw some patterns based on that. Next figure it is you have to do is, that is based on the number of lines of symmetry. See here, you have to draw a shape that looks same as vertically placed mirror and horizontally placed mirror, vertically as well as horizontally placed mirror. That means it is talking about mirror image and that water image. So both type of figures, many we have already drawn, so you can take idea and you can use some other shape for this. So question number up till question number 4 we have done. Question number 5 and 6 is given as homework for you. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.